Had to show you something. You see that? Okay. Watch what I'm about to do. These are scissors, by the way. But I'm doing something that's symbolic. This was a card. It provided what it needed to do. But that is over, friends. What I just cut up was an EBT card, aka a link card, aka food stamps. Yesterday, I used the last $5.80 of that card. And for some, that's not a big deal. For a season of my life, it wasn't a big deal. Now, look, if you're using food stamps, this is no shame for you. I grew up having to use food stamps when they were paper. You tore them out the book, your mama would give you one or two, you go break them, bring back the change. Some of y'all won't admit, but a great many of us had to. I don't care how fabulous you're doing today, but for some of us, that was a very real reality. Some of us got the reduced fare cards back in the day, right? And so, I hate that I've had to use them even in places of my adult life, and I had to use go back and reapply for them in December when I got let go from my temp job. And if you may recall, if you've been keeping up with the 37 chapter series, December was very difficult, particularly financially. Now you might know, like I said, if you've been keeping up with the series, that this is a starting over journey for me, living in Los Angeles. The main goal being pursuing my real passion and career. Now, if you've been able to come to Los Angeles and establish yourself fairly quickly without any government assistance, you are one of the very fortunate, very blessed people. I am so thankful that I was finally able to, see a turnaround. And finally, after 9 months of temping at this company, I am full time. I have benefits. But December, I had declared that even when they let me go on December 4th, I declared that I was not going to have to go down to nobody's office and do that. But I was driving for Grubhub, okay? And I was making $15 an hour in the city of Los Angeles as a single person, making $15 an hour. I don't have a boo or a sugar daddy. I don't have nothing. It is me and whatever God gives my hands to do. And I had to act immediately. And how many know that $15 an hour, at least in the city of Los Angeles, is not enough to live on? And I was faced with that stark reality by the time the week of Christmas came, and it found me down at the aid office applying for food stamps. I absolutely hated it. I hate it because I'm always reminded whenever I go into a government office, but particularly for me, when I go in there and I just feel the heaviness. I feel the heaviness, that exchange that goes between most workers and the people that they serve, that there's no compassion and all this sort of thing. And I feel it. And I'm just going to say it, and I've heard TD Jakes say it before, I've done broke. And broke don't fit me. It don't fit me. I'll say it again. It's never been a comfortable fit, ever. And I have this thing called dignity. I have my dignity, and so this is a declaration for me on this day, on June 24th, 2016. Yes, I stand and I declare there are families that have generations. You got your grandmother, your mother, your now young lady, your daughter and stuff, and every last one of them have had to go, and no one seems to think that it's a problem. That we have generational poverty that keeps us having to go back down to the aid office. And so for me, having to go and apply for food stamps was a combination of things, because I'm grown enough and honest enough to admit that for me, it was reflective of how the hell did I get to this part of my life that I had to go apply for that, right? And you have to come to some conclusions that where we are to a large extent has to do with the decisions that we have made. I'm so sorry for the lightness in my car. It's so dark in here. But I got to get this out. Nevertheless, so my declaration is I had a never again moment. I'm grateful. I used that damn card all the way up until yesterday. It was going to expire anyway in a couple of days. As I was going through, getting my first little checks for the full-time job and, going through that, getting back on square one, taking care of some past due things, whatever. But the goal should never be to get on these state benefits and stay there and make it a job or make it a way of life. We have got to plan to break the damn curse. And I declare it breaks with me. So I just look here, a never again moment. I was the chick at the counter because I didn't know exactly how much I had on the card. And it was during lunchtime and people was trying to get out and all that kind of stuff, and I had to swipe that damn card 3 times. And for me, I was just like, whatever, they'll be all right. But inside, I just look, no, I'm gonna do better. And I declare no more food stamps. You can hashtag that. If you've had to use it, you just get back on square one, you can declare and begin again. You can join with me. I declare that I will use what God gave me to the fullest extent. Sometimes we're not even utilizing or being in tune enough with God so he can direct us so that we can use all of our devices in order to be kept the way he ordained it. Never seen the righteous forsaken nor his seed begging bread. And I always felt like I was begging when I had to do that. So, I hope it blessed y'all. It was cathartic for me. The yayo card is cut up. Let me go to work. I have to clock in a few minutes. Peace.